Hi guys, my name is Danielle. You can call me Dani and welcome to my channel. Today I am doing a review on 5 drugstore / affordable pimple patches for you guys. And yeah, I'm gonna tell you my experience and tell you how I feel about them, about their price point, and whether it's worth it or not. Now, before I get started, I do want to come clean. I'm very sorry that I haven't uploaded a video in 2 weeks. First of all, I got a new camera, and it is actually a Canon camera, which I am very excited. You know, I'm moving up with the big YouTubers. But although I am figuring out how to work the Canon camera, I didn't realize I didn't know how to upload the videos onto my laptop to edit it and then post them on YouTube. So I was figuring that out 2 weeks ago, and then last week I was actually admitted into the hospital for some routine checkings that I had to go through. So I wasn't able to video anything, let alone edit and continue to figure out how to upload onto my computer and stuff. So right now I'm gonna do just a little bit of pre-filming on my phone while I try to figure out how to work my Canon and figure out how to set it up onto my computer and stuff. So for now, we're sticking to the camera, or I mean to the phone. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and get started and let me tell you my opinions on some pimple patches. Now the first one is this little guy. This is called the Starface Hydrostars. Now I did write some notes. So this one I did purchase on my own. You can find this at Target for $14.99. There is 32 counts in here. You can buy refills of them, which I think is very smart, and those sell for $10.99. And then each sticker pack, or like each little packet, comes with 2 large stars and then 2 small stars. So the component is like a little bendy thing and it actually comes with this little set in here where you set the stars on in here, and it actually also has a mirror as well, which I think isn't really necessary because, you know, if you're putting pimple patches on, you're probably already in like your bathroom, or you already have a mirror in front of you, so you don't really need this little thing to help you. I don't really think it does anything. I never used it once when I was doing this, so I don't think the mirror was necessary. I did like how the packaging was able to keep everything compacted, although it was a little more bulky than the rest of the things. I did like how it kept it more secure, and like if you leave it on your, let's say you leave it on your bathroom sink or something, the sorry, I just realized you guys can't see it when I put it down. The water or soap or anything else doesn't go into the product, so I do appreciate that. Does it actually work? I don't believe so. On a scale to 0, where it doesn't work at all, to 10, where this thing is the best thing I've ever tried, I would say a 2. Sorry, I keep clicking it. I don't believe it actually works that well. I tried it on different forms of pimples, different forms of acne, yet none of them seem to either necessarily disappear or sort of get smaller every time I use this. So I would say this one is a no for me. The next patches I tried out were from Revolution Skincare. These ones are called the Pick Me Not Blemish Patches with salicylic acid. These are to help reduce the appearance of blemishes, obviously, and they contain 60 stickers. These retail for $11, and you can find them at Target, CVS, Ulta, pretty much a lot of different drugstore places where they also sell Makeup Revolution. This is made with salicylic acid. Sorry, I'm reading off my notes here. It's used to remove outer layers of skin, which is mostly found in exfoliants. So that one is actually a really good ingredient to find in pimple patches, because with salicylic acid, then it's removing the top layer of the pimple or the blemish to where it will seep out the pores or like the pus that's in there. I know, gross. But the problem I have with this one is that it's actually the 4th ingredient in this so it's not that high of salicylic acid. So it's kind of like, I don't know, it's redundant basically. What it doesn't tell you is that it also has tea tree and witch hazel in this product, even though it's very low in it. But salicylic acid and then tea tree are right next to each other. Now, if you have tea tree oil and an exfoliator, it counts as an inactive. So when you have the exfoliator on and then the tea tree or oil, which counts as a sort of, a inactive, I know I had it here, an inactive ingredient. It sort of contradicts each other. That's why you see tea tree oils mostly found in like moisturizers, and sometimes you'll find them in toners, because once the toning effect goes in, then the tea tree oil will soothe the face after the toning ends. But it won't necessarily work with blemish patches, because when you have the blemish patch on, the salicylic acid will open up the pore, but then as soon as it opens up, the tea tree oil will close it back in. So you won't necessarily get as much of the pores out as you would wish. So for this one, I would say it was more on the range of 5, because it did lose some of my pores, but it had to already be open, if that makes sense. And you guys know, if you open a pore by itself or a really bad acne spot, you risk the idea of it turning into a acne spot or a dark spot, if that makes sense. Next is the Creme Shop Cotton Candy Skin Acne Patches. This one is infused with aloe vera and tea tree oil. These ones claim to conceal and heal, protect against infection, and extract impurities. Now for this one, these cost $4.50 for one packet, and you can buy them at Ulta, CVS. They come with 24 counts. They come with 8 7mm, which are in a heart shape, 8 10mm, which come in a star shape, and then 8 12mm, which come in a little cloud shape. And like I said, it has tea tree oil, which is an inactive ingredient, and witch hazel, which is also an inactive ingredient, but it's really low on the ingredient scale. And it has aloe vera in it to soothe the skin, which I thought was kind of redundant in a pimple patch, because when you have a pimple patch, it's not necessarily going to irritate the skin unless you have very high concentrated alcohol in it, which this one does not. This one, the first ingredient was the hydrogenic polyoxide, which is a small exfoliator to get the pores open. And then the next one was, the next active ingredient was salicylic acid, which, as we know, is also a exfoliator that also helps with opening up the pores. But next is the aloe vera, which soothes the skin. So if you put on the, let's say, think of it as when you're getting your eyebrows done. You're pulling off the hairs, right, when you get them waxed. And once they're done, they put the aloe vera. But let's say once you get your eyebrows done, they pull off one, but then they put aloe vera all over. When they try to do it again to the bottom part, they won't be able to do as much because the aloe vera is there. It's already putting its soothing properties seeping into your skin, so you can't really do anything anymore. So that's basically what happens with this too. I will say this is more of a 6 though, because before the aloe vera puts into place, it does stop the tea tree oil and the witch hazel from acting up and sort of rebuilding the pore. So I would definitely say this helps a lot more than the Makeup Revolution one. So this one is definitely higher on the scale. Next is the Mighty Patch. And this one is the invisible version. This is from Hero Cosmetics. This one you can purchase at Target, Ulta. I think you can pretty much purchase them at like Walmart, CVS, pretty much anywhere, I'm pretty sure. But I usually buy mine at Target because they always carry the invisible one. Usually I can only find the regular original ones at Ulta. but I personally like the invisible ones. Now these ones come with 24 patches, and they usually range from $7.99 to $12.99 depending where you buy it and how many patches you buy in a pack. So this one comes with 24 counts, and all 24 come in a 12 millimeter, so that is the biggest size. What I really love about this one is that it has one ingredient, which is the hydrocolloid. Sorry, that's really hard to say. And this ingredient is the one that really opens up the pores and really seeks everything in. The only downside is that if you have like oily skin, you're really gonna have to like scrub the skin after, or like wash the face after you're done using these patches, because if you take the patch off and you just keep your face how it is, then the oils are gonna go back into the pores because it doesn't have an ingredient in here that closes it off after it's done. So that's why this one is very effective, because all it does is open up the pores and sucks it in. That is what the hydrocolloid does. It is a biodegradable ingredient, or should I say it's an adhesive that absorbs water or pus or anything else that gets opened up from it, in this case from the pimple, and then it forms into a gel. So when you see it, when you pull off, you see like that little white spot in there, or that like cream spot. That is actually all the water and oil and pus that was in the pimple. That is what that is in there. So what that does is just really opens up the pores, sucks it out, and that's how your pores definitely seem very low afterwards when you're done. But because it's the only ingredient inside of this one, it doesn't have a sealer. So I would say be definitely careful, because otherwise if you keep it open and allow oils and everything else to get in there, then your pimples are just gonna come back. So for this one, I'm gonna give a 9 out of 10, just because it works amazingly. Like, it works. The only problem is I wish it had an ingredient to close off the pores, but then I feel like it wouldn't work as well as it usually does. But this one I definitely think deserves a 9 out of 10, maybe even a 10 out of 10, because I do have dry skin, but don't worry, I am thinking about you oily skin. So I would say a 9 out of 10 definitely. The last one is the Blemish Patch. This one absorbs oil and residue, and it helps clear blemishes overnight while you sleep, and it's non-medicated. This one is $1. I purchased this myself from Dollar Tree. It comes with 24, 12 8 milliliters, and 12 milliliters. No, millimeters. Am I saying milliliters or millimeters? Sorry if I've been confusing you this whole time. And this one I highly do not recommend. This one is a 0 out of 10 because the ingredients are not good. The very first ingredient is hot melt glue. Hot melt glue is not something you want to put on your face, especially as something that's with acid and exfoliating ingredients, because the next ingredient is sodium carboxyphene and salicylic. Sorry guys, you know English is not my best language, even though I was born here. But that's the best I can do with those. But I would definitely say do not reach for these, do not grab these. I know they're $1. I know they are very, what's the word? Tempting, because it's only $1 and it's a blemish patch, and you think, oh my gosh, I can get rid of my pimples for only $1. It's not gonna work. These do not work. They most likely will irritate your skin if you have sensitive skin, or if you have really dry skin like me. These will most likely make it worse, because it does have hot glue residue and hot glue melt in it. It's not gonna be good for your face. So I will not recommend this. Do not pick this up. This is a warning. Do not pick this up. Alright guys, so that is all of the pimple patches that I have tried from low-end affordable prices. So let me tell you what I believe is the ranking of them. This one, the Hero Cosmetics, the #1. I highly recommend this one, and definitely do not forget to close the blemish after you're done with them. The second one I would say are definitely the Creme Shop ones. These ones are super affordable. They definitely work. My only problem is that because they're different shapes, it's hard to cover the whole pimple, especially if they're really big, but they're cute. They actually work. So I would recommend these ones. Next one I would say is the Revolution Pick Me Nuts. These ones are good for younger skin and maybe sensitive skin. So I'll definitely say this one would definitely be third. Fourth comes the Starface. I don't really think this one works at all, but you know, maybe for someone who has like very sensitive skin or like no blemishes whatsoever and has that like rare, let's say hormonal blemish, this might work for you. But other than that, if you get like really big pimples, I wouldn't recommend it. And then lastly, 0 out of 10. Do not buy this. Like if you see this at your Dollar Tree, like walk past it. Do not pass go. Do not put in cart, okay? No. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up down below so I know. And if you're not already, subscribe to my channel. I post every Friday. Let me see, leave a comment down below on what your favorite pimple patch is and if it's high end or low end. Let me know. I was really excited to do this. I haven't done a review in a long time. So yeah, let me know how you feel about it. It's been a while. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I love you so much and I will see you next Friday.